I can explain. Right now, my map is pointing to something that looks like a gambling hall. But you said you were gonna try to like put off all the weird side stuff and just try to actually finish the game because you've been playing this for 3 months. Yes, I did, and that's true. But I also need to finish all the side content. So there's side content at the gambling hall? No. There isn't. Technically. Kind of. Here's the situation. One of the side cases I have to finish is Paradise VR Upgraded. To do that, I have to play Dice and Cube against all of the characters and win a match against each of them. However, the only way to actually play Dice and Cube is to get play passes, which are dropped randomly around the city. However, there is also in here somewhere somewhere key items, maybe valuables, free pass vouchers. There are 6 free pass vouchers in the game. If I collect all of them, then I can play as much Dice and Cube as I want, and I don't have to worry about like finding other ones just sitting around somewhere. One of them is at the gambling hall. Now, I think it's going to take a long time to get that one because I'm probably going to have to play traditional Japanese gambling games that I don't know how to play in order to get those. So I don't intend to do all of this on camera. I intend to do a little bit of it to just show everybody what's up. And then I'll do the rest on my own. Also, chat's not going away, and soundboard doesn't appear to be on. So let's handle that. I'm willing to bet the bot probably disconnected because of the AWS outage earlier. Where the hell? Also, as much as I've played this game, I have not actually seen this location before, so. In here? Is it up the stairs? It's on now. You come. I know you like parkour, but dude, I'm just trying to walk a flight of steps. Oh, right. I'm not even gonna front. I looked that up. You wouldn't tags you're looking to exchange for prizes. Prize exchange. There's also a Master System game. 10,000 points. How many points can I just buy right now? I don't actually have enough. In theory, though, I could just, like, if the betting doesn't go well, I technically could just... I technically could just, like, spend 1,000,000 yen to just buy the voucher. Hey, Hecho. And Ram and Teller. Hello, welcome in. Again, we are finishing this, but where I'm at right now... Hang on. Tasks. Side cases. Shit. Case files? I forget where to look. Okay. 37 of 42. So I have 5 side cases left to do. One of them I think is technically post-game. Or end-game. 2 of them I think are... 2 of them I'm pretty sure are, posted in my office, and one of them is this freaking Dyson Cube thing. This. I need to do this. Hold on. Yeah, okay, this is fine. I thought for a second I might have, like, missed out on, like, not doing something. But we did. We're good. We're fine. I should probably buy some of these. But honestly, none of them have ever really been none of them have ever really been necessary. So anyway, I'm not gonna do this until I have all of the tags I need. But I figured I don't actually know how to play these games, so let's learn them together. And I'll do them for a little bit, and then we'll do other stuff. Rules. All right. Game is played with a Hanafuda deck. Matching a card in your hand with one on the table allows you to take that card. The object of the game is to form special card combinations to outscore your opponents. 12 card suits. Wait, is this just Alright, so how is this different from Hanafuda? It's your turn. Place one card from your hand on the table. There is another of your card of the same suit on the table. You collect a pair. If there are no other cards, your card stays on the table. And you form a specific combination. You select what they're called koi and keep going. Oh, this is just... Okay, no, I totally know how to play this. Yeah, let's go. Give me intermediate because I'm rusty. Yeah, this is just what I'm used to playing, but with a... Change settings. Double points for 7+, good. Mew viewing, Jerry Foss viewing, yes. Dunk modifier? Oh, probably, yeah, okay. We can do, like, 6 rounds. Big wager. Big money. Alright, let's go. Okay, so this is a little bit like Mahjong. In that, ooh, I'll take that. It's a little bit like Mahjong in... Shush. In that the gameplay is very simple. But the gameplay is very simple, but the actual, like, knowing the hands that you can put together, these are all very specific things that you can do, and they're not terribly intuitive. So basically, it's not immediately clear, but each of these each of these applies to a, each of these cards has a suit. Essentially, the suits all correspond to a month of the year. So there's the January suit, the February suit, the March suit, and there's 4 cards in each of those suits. So basically, what you want to do is, these cards down here at the bottom are in my hand. The ones on the table are open. So we're going to match a card in my hand with a card on the table of the same suit and take that card. Some of them are more valuable than others for reasons that, because they, you know, go into more valuable hands, and we'll get into that as we go. But basically, this bouquet of cherry blossoms is what I want right now. All right. Okay. Okay. Probably doesn't have moon, or he'd have taken the birds on the table. So I'm gonna grab this. Okay, that's good. Oh, hell yes. Yo, okay. If moon comes out on the table, we are hitting 4 lights. Or 3 lights with... 3 lights with rain? Rainy 4 lights, sure. Unfortunately, I don't have anything right now, so we're gonna throw that down. If you don't have anything that immediately, matches with something that's out on the table, you just have to discard. And when you do match something, you flip over the top deck of the draw pile, and if that matches something on the table, you get that as well. So you can theoretically get, you theoretically can get like 4 cards in one turn. I don't really have any poetry ribbons, but grab that because it's there. Yeah, so he pulled something out of his hand and matched one, and then he pulled something out of the deck and it also matched, so he was able to take both. I've only got 1 thing that matches, so we're gonna grab that, even though it doesn't really help. Junk! He doesn't have shit, so we're gonna call Koi. Koi is, when you call Koi, that lets you keep playing. Like, if you're... So, basically, we have a 1-point hand, which kinda sucks. I have a possibility of, like, 5- and 7-point hands if things go well. So, I can call Koi and keep playing, but that gives my opponent the opportunity to take the, to not only win, but if he wins, the value of whatever hand he wins with after I call Koi is double. So it's basically, this is basically my chance to call double or nothing, which I'm going to because he's not really close to anything. Koi. That's a little spooky. I mean, okay. I don't... I don't really have a lot, and there's a lot of value out on the table, so I'm a little scared. Yeah, I'd go for it. So the junk hand is very simple. Ooh. Well, that's very nice. The junk hand, so you can basically get a sense of what... There's, like, basically 4 different types of cards. There are lights with really elaborate artwork, of which this one up in the top left corner with the like, red face and everything. That's a light. There's only 5 of those in the deck. If you get all 5 of them, you get the highest value hand. Think of it like a 3 of a kind or a 5 of a kind kind of thing. So then there are I'm gonna go with what what Clubhouse Games calls them, even though it's kind of wrong, because that's where I learned how to play this. So there are seeds, which are basically anything with like an animal on it. So like this down here with the bird, that's one. The boar is one. These birds are one. So those go together in a category. These things with the little ribbons, those are a separate category. And then anything that basically just has a plant on it with nothing else is junk. Those are junk cards, and they're the most common, but, you know, they're useful. So what I got last time was a junk hand, which is if you get 10 of those. Variety, I'm going to assume, refers to, like, if you get... Basically, if you get, like, 5 of the animal ones, you can also do 5 poetry ribbons, or you can do other odd combinations. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, you stop that or I'm shutting the window. Stop. Shush. Interesting thing, there are 3 of the December cards out on the table. So you see how they're kind of stacked up in the top left there? That's because there's 3 of the same suit on the table. So whoever has the other one, the 4th of that suit, can play that and take all 3 at once. So that's a really good play. However, I can do that whenever I want. So a big part of the strategy in this game is limiting your opponent's moves. If they're discarding and not taking cards for themselves, you're in great shape. So I'm gonna sit on that for as long as I can, because that limits his options. So instead I'm taking this. And that's a deer, which I can match up with a poetry ribbon. So now you see down in the bottom right, I have 1 piece of junk on the left, 2 poetry ribbons, and 1 animal. So 5 poetry ribbons is a winning hand, 5 animals is a winning hand. And 3 or more of the lights are a winning hand, but right now the only light in play is that one up there, and I can take that one anytime, so I'm waiting on that. One interesting thing to note here, I do have the boar and the deer, and for whatever reason, boar, deer, and butterfly is a 5-point hand that you can just do. So we'll keep an eye on that. And take that one. Okay. There's got a blue poetry ribbon. There's only 3 blue poetry ribbons, and there's 3 poetry ribbons that have, like, writing on them. And if you get all 3 of either of those are also valuable hands. Shit. I don't have anything that really matches up, so I guess we're taking the triple. Really got nothing, so I guess we're discarding. Don't like that. Don't like that. Damn. Really? Shit. Butterfly? That's Butterfly. But I can't match it. If the draw card has the... I think that's a Chrysanthemum. And I can match up the Butterfly, it's going to be a huge turnaround. Otherwise, I lose. Damn it. Oh! That sucks. I sure did lose. All right. I'm now losing 2-6. Moon viewing and cherry blossom viewing are both very difficult, or no, they're very valuable, but very, very easy cards to, or hands to put together, because they only require 2 cards. You need either the moon or the cherry blossom bouquet, and a particular, wait, is the red and yellow the chrysanthemum card? Anyway, one of those. That one. That card right there. So you match that with either the moon card that I have or the cherry blossom card that we haven't seen yet. And, that was fortunate. So basically, if he gets the cherry blossom card, that's a 5-point hand. It's one of the easiest ones to put together. Which is why it's also disableable. Ah! Not as bad as it could be. Now, he's gonna take the money and run. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. That hand's no big deal. You can score, you know, 10, 15, 20, 25 point hands in this game, so a 5-point lead is basically nothing. What do I want here? Okay, so I basically... There's only 4 of these Maple Leaf cards. 2 of them are in my hand. 2 of them are on the table. So they're basically all mine. He can't take any of those, so we're gonna save those. We're gonna leave those out there to limit his options. Take the other stuff that he might be able to take from me. When does the game end? After a predetermined number of rounds. We've been through 3 rounds. I set this for a 6-round game, so it'll end after 6 hands. But it does not end at a, it does not end at a particular score or anything like that. Don't like that. Did not appreciate that. I'm having shit luck. He's got cherry blossoms, so I'm gonna take the chrysanthemum off the table just in... Oh! Yeah, that chrysanthemum seed. If I hadn't taken it with my own card, I would have actually gotten it with the draw. Now he's got cherry blossom viewing. And now he's just padding the lead. Ooh. Before I even get a chance to look at it. So this is one of those games like Mahjong where, like, it's definitely a game of, like... It's definitely a game of skill and strategy, but also sometimes just screw you. It's luck. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, hold on now. We have 3 of the 4 lights. That could be something. I guess we're taking this because I don't have any other options. Are you for serious with that? I mean, yeah. These hands are, I'm just on rails to lose these. Like, there's very little I can do. Actually, like, winning with a really cheap or low value hand. Well, I have all 3 red poetry ribbons in my hand. Okay, hold up. I don't have the things to match them, but... Because as you can see, when you win the hand, you get to go first. And when you get to go first, you have a lot of advantages with initiative. Yeah! I'm gonna call Koi because I need to make up some ground. Koi. Please don't. Oh my god. So because I called Koi, that 5 points becomes 10 points. Yep. Damn. Boy, there's a lot of value out there right now. A lot of value. We'll go Cherry Blossom first. Kind of irritated I didn't get a follow-up, but that's okay. Okay, so straight up, this is how unfair Cherry Blossom viewing is. We did it. No! I did not want to do that. I wanted to take my points and run. Now he's probably going to get poetry ribbons. Shh. Oh, I'm so upset. Because he's going to get all the luck now. I literally just mashed through. Just give me anything at all. Please. Just let me... That's fine. Just get random cards, junk, anything. Thank you. Oh, thank God. Okay. No! There's a big reason to call Koi when you have a decent hand. If your hand value is 7 or more, it's doubled. So you've seen pretty low scoring hands so far. But, like, automatically. Like that. I'm gonna grab that so you can't take the moon. Okay, pretty badly don't want him to get cherry blossoms right now. Really want to see that not happen. Son of a... So yeah, you're not really seeing it happen, but you can stack multiple winning hands together, get a couple of things at the same time, and drive that hand value up pretty quickly. And then there's like, so if your hand value is above 7, that hand value is doubled, so 7 becomes 14. And then also if you win off of the back of your opponent calling koi koi, it doubles again, and that stacks. So you can get like 40, 50 point hands if everything comes together. Yeah, because a lot of the things are, a lot of the hands are similar. So like, if you have 5 of any kind of poetry ribbons, you get 1 point. You also get 1 additional point for every additional poetry ribbon you have past 5. So 6 gives you 2 points, 7 gives you 3 points. But then if you have all 3 blue poetry ribbons, that's 5 points. If you have all 3 of the red poetry ribbons with the writing on them, that's 5 points. So in theory, if you had 6 poetry ribbons of all 3 blue and all 3 of the red with writing, then you hit red for 5, blue for 5, and regular poetry ribbons for 2. And that's if you haven't hit anything else on the way. We'll take this one off the table. That's fine. Mildly annoying, but okay. Hey, you got nothing. It's always nice to wipe the cards off the table so your opponent can't get anything. We are going to get a trash hand here, but at least it's something. Oh, okay. Okay, there is some significant danger out there. Okay, fine. No, we're done. Absolutely not. Here's why. Cherry Blossom Viewing and Moon Viewing are both worth 5 points, and they both also stack. They require 3 cards, which is this Cherry Blossom card right here, that Moon card on the table, and the Chrysanthemum Seed next to it. So with the right play and the right draw, he's got 10 points. Instead, I'll take 1. It's not a particularly sexy hand, but it works. Damn, I did not want to take that one. Red poetry? It's more likely than you think. Damn. Please stop. Unless nothing matches. If nothing matches, then you're pretty much just stuck. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Stop. Nope, we're done. Stop. 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 Taking that, stop, thanks. Stop. 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 Okay. So again, I won the hand, which means I get first pick of the next set of cards. And don't fool yourself into thinking this is somehow balanced. Going first is a huge advantage. Under the right circumstances, you can take half the cards off a table before your opponent even has a turn. And the power to do that is significant. He didn't match up with any of the stuff that was on the table before. So I'm gonna try to match up with the new cards and hope that he keeps getting screwed on the draw. Which is working pretty well so far. Give me that. Give me that. This is looking pretty tasty. Okay, that's fine. Not really any value in that. You can have it. Really tempted to throw down the poetry slip and call koi, but I'm gonna grab some of the other stuff on the table first. Because he's not really close to anything, but I don't want to get screwed over. Okay, no, we're done here. We're done here. That started spiraling. Nope. Sit on that lead. This lead is not safe under any circumstances. I'm actually very scared. All right, we'll take the light. We will take... I guess we'll take the boar, because that's about all I can take. Yeah, he basically has to, because I think this is the last hand. If he gets more than 2 more points on this hand, it's done. We are cooked. So I'm gonna take that just so he can't have it. Mine. Mine. No, don't. I've got to discard one of these. Holy crap! No, we're good. No, we're good. We're good. I'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take those. That's good. All right, so that's that game. That is a very fun 2-player card game. Not as hard to get into as it seems. The game, like, it's much simpler than Mahjong. Because Mahjong has like 50 different hands to learn, and this one has like, I don't know, well, like maybe 12. And some of them seem kind of arbitrary, but they mostly make sense. Now, Oicho Kabu, I don't know. What is this? It's also played with the Hanafuda deck, but only the cards from January to October are used. Each month has a numeric value equal to where it is on the calendar. January is 1, October is 10. Players who dealt 2 or 3 cards with a total up. For totals over 10, only one's place is used. Place closer to... So this is basically Baccarat, but with a different deck. Four cards are dealt face up on the table. Each player selects 1 card from the 4 on the table as the one to bet on. Each player receives an additional card from the deck. The non-dealer players may stay with the 2 cards or draw a third to go into the showdown with a total of 3 cards. Players choose their card draw from the deck at this time. Dealer draws once the other 3 players are staying. After drawing 2 cards, dealer may choose draw a third. The dealer may also choose which players to challenge with 2 cards and which to challenge with 3. As to deal, when is decided, points calculated, dealer change, game proceeds. 4-1 and 9-1, each play double your bet. Well, a 3 of a kind triples it. 10-10-1 increase pay by 20. For all other hands, payout is the same as your bet. I'm going to assume a 4-1 is just having a 4 and a 1. And a 9 and a 1. So those are like blackjacks? 3 of a kind is 3 in the same suit, and 10-10-1 is if you have 2 10s and a 1, like 2 October cards and a January card. Okay. Dealer and the player's hands are the same. The dealer wins. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Some cards can form special hands. Okay, the first 2 cards dealt were 4 and 1, valid only for non-dealers. So, okay, getting dealt a 9 and 1 or a 4 and 1 is basically a blackjack. Oh, but 4-1 is valid only for non-dealer, and 9-1 is valid only for the dealer? 3 of a kind is valid for everyone. 10-10, okay, this is exactly what I thought. 10-10-1, 20 times the bet. 4-6, the first 2 cards dealt are 4 and 6. Valid for dealer and players. The player can choose to remove themselves from the current round. Strength of normal special hands are as follows. Dealers 10-10-1 is stronger, 0 is weakest. So this is kind of like blackjack. Let's play on beginner, because I don't know what I'm doing. We're not using the triple Yokon, because I don't know what that means yet. Maybe that gives you a 10-10-1. Because that seems to be important. Abufuda. You know what? Sure. What in the hell? I thought you said this was played with a Hanafuda deck. This ain't that. I guess that's what a... I guess give me the 1. Oh, you choose a card, then you choose what to wager. I mean, we'll wager 100. Whatever. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but... 5, huh? So I've got 6. And I want... I've got 6 and I want 9. So, hit? Yeah, that didn't do anything. Dealer has 9. What a coincidence. Okay, this is not... Honestly, reading the rules of this were more complicated than actually playing. Give me the 10. I don't know if that's good strategy or not. It really doesn't matter. We've got 6 again. Give me 1 more. Well, we're at 0. Yeah, that sucks. It's interesting because it's like blackjack, but you can't really bust. And also, you don't know whether the dealer's gonna... You don't really know whether the dealer's gonna hit or stand. So, in this case, they'll probably stand with 7. So... What? Huh? I was the dealer. I was the dealer. I blanked on that, actually. Okay. We'll remember that for next time. Yeah, I've got 0, so anything will help. I'll take 5. And we've lost. So I'm losing, but I don't feel like it's because I don't know what I'm doing. Like... Hey! Hey, we blackjacked it. Yeah, so why would you ever not take the 1? Like, every good hand requires a 1. Okay, on one hand, we have an 8, which is pretty damn good. On the other hand, if we get another 9, we get triple our bet. But we might lose. But we might be fine. Let's just go for it. Alright, we have a 4 now. And that ties the dealer, so we lose. Greed. Greed, but also learning. Like, none of this really matters that much. I'm the dealer. I'm the dealer. Everyone else goes first. I have 9, so everyone get fucked. Oh, but I can't see their hidden cards. Oh, what? All right, I'm willing to bet you don't have... Yeah. What do you got? All right. That's Oichukabu, apparently. That really is just like blackjack with more strategy. There's so many, like, traditionally Japanese games that you can describe as essentially, oh, this is a game you know, but complicated. I like that. I like complicated. Or at least, complicated has sort of a negative connotation to it. Really, the word I want is deeper. The strategy is deeper and more of your choices matter. And I like that. So, as promised, not gonna spend the whole stream on that. What I might do, if you guys are down, well, and even if you're not, for the gambling and Dyson Cube grinding, I might actually save that for the end of the stream, so that anyone who happens to be watching this on YouTube doesn't have to, because that'll just be kind of a chill wind down portion of the stream. Right, so, there's these. Oh, I can't do them yet. We need, I guess, we just gotta do main story progress. Like we were supposed to do in the first place. On to the Tokyo District Courthouse. I don't exactly remember what we're doing here. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So we've established what happened. We've established what happened to create the murder. Now we have to go through the actual legal process of filing an appeal on the grounds that the sexual battery case that was like clear as day, open and shut, and has already been established. The verdict is already out, and everyone is bending over backwards to not change it. Yeah, but we want to change it, though. Because of this wild, far-fetched story about how there was an elaborate setup to make the Japanese legal system look very bad. Yes. Sadao Takano, District Prosecutor. Yes, so to disprove the groping, we have to prove a murder.
法廷に強い敵意を持つ被告人ですね。江原は誤審を誘導することで殺しのアリバイを法廷のお墨付きにしたんです。当時は三越場の死体がまだ出てなかったから気づくことは難しかったと思いますが、我々が出し抜かれたのは確かです。我々？あなたの本業は弁護士じゃなくて探偵でしょ?
This is very unclear.
今も弁護士の資格をお持ちです。
気に障ったんなら忘れてください。高野検事。
私を指導してくれた上司は若い頃そちらの源田先生が苦手だったそうですよ。
Man, everyone in Japan thinks that defense attorneys are difficult.
検察官には常に攻撃的で、おまけにカムロ町でヤクザともつるんでた。何より無礼な態度が許せなかったと。
へえ。源田先生の。
I thought that too. Forget what I said if I offended you.
私の駆け出しの頃、源田先生に小僧扱いされてました。正直、いい印象がありません。
There is no higher praise for the defense than being called difficult by the prosecution. She's such a badass. He didn't deserve the apology. He's being a smarmy little shit right now, but like apparently this is just what prosecuting attorneys are like in Japan, because every legal piece of media that I have seen from Japan regarding anything, the prosecutor acts exactly like this. He is just doing his Miles Edgeworth impersonation, but his shirt isn't as puffy. Yeah, Sauri's a badass. Back on track, please. You right, Ark. They have a 99% conviction rate because they have a 99% conviction rate because they coerce confessions for plea deals out of every defendant before they actually go to court, and defense attorneys are basically just considered an afterthought. So the idea that the idea of a successful defense is essentially unheard of because A, nobody fights. And B, if they do, they basically just consider it going through the motions. Everything's a plea deal. Specifically, because they want to avoid this situation where any rulings are actually controversial. Yeah, they're being difficult. How dare you actually represent your client? Who this? Is this the detective? Wait. Hold on, I literally don't remember who that is. I know we've seen him before. He's super familiar. I definitely know his face. I cannot remember who that is. Yes! Okay, when you put it like that, it sounds ridiculous. The defense is going to assert the defendant's innocence by establishing his guilt in a murder. Yes. But... Well, no, yes, that's... Yes. That's accurate. He didn't play grab ass on a train because he was busy recording himself slitting some man's throat. That is the defendant's assertion. Also, who dis? From the police? Where have I seen him? He'll be participating in the discussion. Can't afford to be embarrassed. Again, no controversy, no talking about things. We just want the defendant to say he's guilty so we can all move on and say that the right decision was made. We can't have anything break that cycle. You're causing trouble. You're being difficult. Bando. Hidemi Bando. That name. It also doesn't help that the police and the prosecution are basically buddy-buddy. Literally the police and the prosecutors act as a team to get convictions. Which I suppose is not terribly difficult or terribly different than it is in the US, but literally police are supposed to be sort of impartial in a court case. I think they can provide evidence, but the way it's always portrayed in Japanese media, the police are basically like the prosecution's lackeys. Go find this evidence so I can prove this point. Which, ugh. Right, they're gonna keep saying the footage is doctored. Online rumor of unknown origin. Yeah, Teller, that might be it. Shit, that's actually a good point. The argument of if there is another viral video that disproves the previous one, do we just file another appeal and change everything every time there's a new thing? That's a decent point, because there's no way for us to reliably assert the legitimacy of that video. So I think I'm gonna have some options here, but if there is one that says we will prove this without admitting that video as evidence, I think that's probably the route we have to go, because the video itself, despite literally showing Ehara slitting a man's throat on camera, It's too delicate to use as evidence. They're going to basically just keep on the line of the video's not real, it can't be trusted. So I think the only way to move forward with this is to say, fine, let's leave that out of it and we'll prove it without that piece of evidence. What? This is kind of interesting because these are all funneling into the same point. But what's your approach angle? We're talking to the prosecution. What does the prosecution want to hear? The defendant is innocent. The defendant is innocent. The defendant is guilty of a different thing, and he's making you look like idiots for getting away with it. Like these choices matter. Innocent, guilty but harder.
Yagami-san, 確かにおっしゃりたいことはわかるんですが、三越場殺しはあくまでも痴漢事件とは別件です。
え？あれ？そう。
ここは痴漢事件の控訴について話し合う場なので。
We're talking about a lot of things.
じゃあ
なんだって言うんだ。
All right, don't just say they were wrong. He never committed sexual battery.
江原の無実を証明してみせるよ。あいつが痴漢じゃないって証拠が出てきたんだ。
だからそれが例の殺人動画なんだろ。ネットの意見を鵜呑みにする一般人と何も変わらない。あの動画がフェイクじゃないという証拠は。
There it is.
この先の未来では映像一つで判決が次々に。
Trying to set a precedent for sentences to hinge on dubious videos.
八神さん、確かにこれは検事の言う通りかもしれません。
え？あれ？そう。
今江原さんが痴漢でないことを示す証拠は。
This is a dumb choice.
それだけで無実を証明できたとは言えません。
いや、そっか。
Why are you letting me talk then?
なんだって言うんだ。
Okay, the guilty verdict was wrong. This is the least rhetorically, like, this is frustrating because I have things that I want to respond with here. Yeah, like, Saturdays got this. Why is she even deferring to me?
江原の有罪判決は間違っていた。一審の時、あの人を有罪にするだけの証拠は揃ってなかった。
Oh, there wasn't enough evidence.
江原の手からは被害者の下着の繊維が検出されている。
Yeah, I thought that also, Ark.
事前に被害者と共謀して仕込まれていた。
You can't prove that either.
だったと立証する証拠がない。間宮結衣と江原が
Can we?
会っていたんだったか？ならその証拠は防犯映像でも残っていたか？
いえ、ありません。駅の防犯映像は必要なければ数日
And the footage is gone. The footage is literally
で
gone.
も江原と間宮結衣がグルだった可能性がある以上、下着の繊維も有罪の決め手にはならない。そうですよね。他に江原の有罪の決め手は何だったっけ？防犯映像かな。それにテレビで何回も流してたスマホ動画。あれだって犯行を立証したとは言えないよな。何しろ決定的な穴がある。
なんだと？
俺たちはその証拠を
Okay.
足で稼いできたよ。
Like, so somebody explain to me how how this gets us into the guilty verdict was wrong is circumstantially different than Ehara never committed sexual battery. Those are literally the exact same thing. Literally the same thing. It's just that on one, the prosecutor's like, what, because of the murder video? That doesn't prove anything. And we're like, and it's like, the guilty verdict is wrong, and here's all the evidence that I should have said 5 minutes ago. Alright, security footage proved Ehara's guilt. There's a big gap. What was it? I don't know how to answer this either. What do you mean, what was it? What was the hole in the security footage? Oh, is it the... a huge time gap? Yeah, I was thinking the camera gap for a second, but Yagami literally says there was a huge time gap in the footage. So are we talking about the difference between... Are we talking about the transit card? And the fact that it was punched like an hour and a half before the incident occurred? Is that the piece of evidence they want to show? Like, I can show one side of where the time gap happens. There's a big hole in security footage. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? I'm gonna say it's the footage of him standing around. No, that's not it. Let's see if they are talking about the camera gap. It's the one that has nothing to do with time.